Everyone, welcome to Zealots. I'm Forrest.
I'm Major.
And I'm Robbie.
And today we're going to discuss Obi-Wan Kenobi Episode 4, premiere of Miss Marvel, and Episode 4 of The Boys. So let's get started with Obi-Wan. I like this episode, I think, a little bit better than the last one. So I didn't hate it. I didn't love it, but I thought it was an improvement from the last one. I think the woman, what's her name? Ariva, the woman playing her. I thought she did a good job this episode. She was like a good interrogator of Leia. So she came us as very antagonistic. So which is kind of funny because I think apparently she's like the main point of contention with people online about this series. Not entirely. I mean, I think people are just there's just some racist assholes out there, but I think just people don't like her character. But I thought she was a convincing villain in this. So, and I liked her, not I won't say chemistry, but her interplays or interactions with Leia. So,
Mrs. Ingram, I thought it's just been a standout performer.
Yeah. Oh, the actress playing Leia.
No, the actress playing Riva.
Yeah. So,
she's been one of the best parts. The clunky dialogue from the seventh brother or whatever is unbelievably Star Wars, but it's nice to have some actual acting going on.
That weird sun visor hat. I don't know.
And it's got that weird dialect too.
Well, I think he's Asian, so it's sort of. I don't think English is his first language. Not that he's a bad. He's basically some sort of monster, or not monster, but some alien species. But
right.
I don't know. I guess he comes off as I'm not really sure. His hat just looks a little weird, but besides that, and the other sister, she hasn't even had any lines. I don't think she's completely.
What would be amazing? Yeah, I don't think she's had any lines at all. As if Disney came out and inside Star Wars canon and came out and said that English was everyone's second language, and that's why the dialogue is so clunky. It's because everyone this is the language that we're hearing, the English that we're hearing on the movies.
Well, to be fair, it's a galaxy far, far away from our own, so it's not really. They're not really speaking English anyway.
Yeah.
If you're
they're speaking
about it.
I would imagine Ericbesh, however you pronounce it.
Well, they're basically just speaking whatever the dominant language is in the galaxy, sort of how English is.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because I know that's the written language.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm not going to dwell too much on that.
No, me neither.
So, I think that's my worry about Riva. I guess the reason she's after.
We don't know yet.
Well, I thought it was just because she wants to because Vader's after him, and she just wants to get in with Vader. So that's why I thought.
That's what I thought too.
That's why I thought she was so tenacious or so set on getting Kenobi, was because she's trying to earn Vader's favor. But I think she's probably going to turn out to be one of the, which is kind of weird. Why she not try to kill Vader if she was one of the Padawans, not the Padawans, but the younglings in the opening. Yeah. Which she probably was, but wouldn't she want to kill Vader since he killed the rest of the younglings? Why would she be after Obi-Wan?
And maybe she is.
I mean, maybe some weird logic, she hates Obi-Wan Kenobi because he didn't kill Vader when he had the chance, so he hates Kenobi more than Vader. That doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but
but that's pretty bad writing that I wouldn't put past Star Wars.
Yeah, but like I said, the issue isn't with the actress. It's basically just the writing and sort of the underwhelmingness of it all. But I mean, this episode I enjoyed, even though no one noticed that Leia was underneath his trench coat.
I thought the trench coat was one of the best parts. I thought this was the stupidest thing, and it worked somehow.
Well, I guess the Empire captain who was with them was sort of covering for her, and I guess the stormtroopers can't see too well out of those helmets. It's probably why they shoot so terribly. Yeah. But
I would say not it was successful inside the TV show. I can't believe that scene worked. I can't believe it's negative as I've been about Star Wars.
And how the hell are we gonna get Leia out on the
Yeah, if someone told me ahead of time that Obi-Wan would smuggle Leia out of the Inquisitorius headquarters, which by the way is on a different planet than Vader's headquarters. So like, you know how inconvenient that traveling has to be. Like that's how much he hates the Inquisitors. Like they're not even on the same planet as
His
him.
planet's the exact opposite of Mustafar. You know,
Yeah.
it's a lava planet. The other one's like a water
Just
planet.
water. And like, how'd that even get built? Like that deep underwater? Do they build it and then drop it into the water? Anyway,
Well,
I have questions
Maybe,
that I'll never have
maybe.
answers
Well,
to.
sort of like how oil platforms are built in the ocean, middle of the ocean. You know,
Right? That's
They
what
just
I was
like-
wondering.
because they just have submarines, I guess, and they can just like construct submarines. But yeah. So what else happened? I guess we found out more about the what's the name? Tara. She's the Empire trader, or whatever, who's helping the rebellion.
Right?
So we found out. I guess she actually is an Empire officer, because I thought she was just like disguised as one, but apparently she is one, and she's just helping the rebellion.
Yeah,
So-
we had to find out what that really random metal detector was in the middle of the room from an earlier episode. So cool.
Oh, I remember that. What was that? Can you elaborate?
Oh, so like in episode 2 or 3, like there's like Rava's doing like her Imperial march to like the boardroom of the Inquisitors. Which, by the way, I really enjoyed like this knockoff Imperial March. I thought it was like really good. I would have been really mad if they did Vader's theme or whatever.
I was sort of like the opposite, just like it's so close to the actual Empire theme. Just play the Empire theme at this point.
Oh, see,
So,
I'm like, oh, I like it. It's close because the Inquisitors are close to Vader, but okay.
there's
yeah,
stormtroopers there though, and like Vader's like in the show too. So like,
Yeah, but she's marching. She's power walking straight to that boardroom.
well, I don't
Dun,
think
dun,
John
dun, dun,
Williams.
dun, dun, dun.
Walk with a purpose.
Yeah, I
Yes.
don't think John Williams is the composer for some show.
No, he only
They
did
used
the
some of its
theme
music.
song.
But yeah, I think Natalie Holtz is the composer, so I guess since she's writing the music, she couldn't do the Empire March. But there's probably some issue with royalties too. They gotta pay John Williams gotta give him another island if they use the. I'm just like, he's earned it though. So,
But anyway, she walks through this random like metal detector. It was just something that we haven't seen before in Star Wars, and it was just really random and in the middle of the room, and I had no idea what it was, so I was curious.
yeah, were y'all sad when Wade died, the character we knew for 2 seconds?
Wait, no.
Like just like Karen, just like I don't know who that is. I don't know.
Yeah,
who that is.
I was like, wait, did we meet? Oh yeah, we did meet Wade.
For like 2 seconds at the beginning of the episode.
Yeah, and if you go
And then,
back,
we're
like
supposed to care that he dies. I'm just like, we need him on screen for at least 10 minutes for me to care.
something, but yeah, like they can't just say like if you go back and like rewatch like the episode, like they say his name a lot, and you on like on second viewing you realize it's because they want you to realize who Wade is at the end of the episode.
Yeah. Well, at
Because
least
I was like, wait, I was like, who's Wade?
well, at least they didn't like milk it or just make it like, well, he was one day away from retirement.
That'd been so funny. That'd been so cliche.
Or if he and the female pilot were expecting a baby, then like I would have known right away. Oh, Wade's dead.
Oh,
Wade's
he's
not.
dead. Yeah.
If you like, it's like there's like he's about to retire, or there's like they're expecting some future child or something like that, or they're
I'm
happy
too
to be
damn
together.
old
and,
for
like,
this.
dead. You never see a couple that's mad at each other if one of them dies. It's always when everything's going great, then they die.
Yeah, you can't have someone die in the middle of tension.
Yeah. I don't know. So what was their plan if they didn't get caught? I mean, I guess Reva found them just before they were about to get on a ship or something. I don't know. And then luckily Wade and whoever that woman was came and saved them. I thought they were like that was a little too was it weird seeing
Convenient.
Obi-Wan fire a pistol or fire a gun? Is that weird to y'all?
Yeah,
Like-
because Alex Guinness disses it so badly in the New Hope.
Yeah, I also thought it was kind of weird, like how he was able to deflect all the shots with his lightsaber. Like he didn't need anything else. I was like, that's a little. I'm sure, like he should have gotten,
Nicked or something.
nicked or something. But it's like I don't think no one can move that fast
Been
enough
10,
to dodge.
10
Yeah,
years.
Especially
10
when
years
he
and
was
he still got
just
that down.
so bad with the lightsaber in one episode ago. Here, how about this? In the writing room, just don't have him being faced on both sides.
Well,
Makes it more realistic.
yeah. Do y'all feel his lightsaber's bluer than it was in the prequel?
Yes.
In the sequel, it's
I
like
gotta
it's just
say,
like too
yeah.
blue. That shade of blue is just like
Like I have
It's
an
wrong.
OLED HDR TV and the all Dolby Vision, and man, like that blue is so bright. Like
Yeah,
that
it's
will
supposed
like
to
light
be-
up my entire room.
it's supposed to be periwinkle blue, not cobalt blue. Do your research, writers. But that's a nitpick. I mean, it's a nice shade of blue. It's just the wrong one. I don't think I think the writers are like, it's blue is good. It's like, no, it's a certain shade of blue. It's a very light.
No, but this blue is prettier, so let's do it.
Yeah. So I don't know. I'll let it go. But
that's right, guys. With the introduction of background noise, you know what that means. We're joined by Tip.
Hey,
Tip, did you finish The Boys?
Oh, he finished all.
No, I have about
off.
17 more minutes left.
Oh well. Well, we're talking about Obi-Wan
watching
anyway.
it right now.
Have you
fine.
seen Obi-Wan?
Obi-Wan now.
Oh, okay. Oh, I thought he had my Disney Plus pass.
Also, I haven't seen Miss Marvel.
Has his own Disney Plus.
Wait, you
pass.
saw Miss Marvel?
No.
Okay. See, Miss Marvel is a show you can watch with your kids because it's a very family-friendly show, even though it has a very, very bad message. Like basically, just daydream and you'll be fine. Just daydream and you'll be rewarded with superpowers. I don't know. I don't think it's the message they're going for. But yeah, let's wrap up Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
So, apparently Reva. Well, what did y'all think? Did y'all think Darth Vader was going to kill Reva?
Yes. I was like, oh, maybe this is just truly bad writing, and we've been hooked on a character that's about to just die needlessly at Vader's hands. But she's very good. I think she's written very well, and just if anything, it makes all the other all the other acting just bad.
She got the tracker.
I just think they don't do like a Kylo Ren where it's like a very, very unconvincing turn to the light side at the very end. Although I think that's probably what they're going to go with. I'm just hoping she stays a villain the entire series. Just not everyone has to turn back to the light side. Well, I guess Maul and Count Dooku didn't, but I'm just worried because I feel I don't know.
Even Maul had
throughout the show.
Even Maul had a teeny weeny redemption arc in the Clone Wars. Stupid.
Oh, well, I'm talking about the movies. So the animated series, that canon, I gotta watch it first, but I don't really. Lucas say it's canon. I guess if Lucas gave the consent, but then Lucas doesn't really have a say anymore. It's what Kathleen Kennedy says. So, oh man, I think on the Facebook Star Wars page, they wished Kathleen Kennedy a happy birthday, and then the comment section, man, they slaughtered her.
Yeah.
Lots of the C word many times.
That sucks.
Yeah, it's like, ooh.
Cream pie?
Yeah. So I guess a lot of ex-boyfriends were on that comment thread. But, I thought
a lot of
rough
Star Wars.
Overall.
Yeah. Hey, can we not be mean online? Can we it's okay to not like something, but can we and it's okay to be opinionated about it, but maybe if you're if you're massively typing death threats and DMs, maybe take a step back and realize it's acting.
Well,
yeah.
Did we miss anything else in this episode? Apparently, I don't know.
Yeah, we didn't talk about all the Jedi that were frozen
in the Ember from Jurassic Park. So they're gonna clone their DNA.
Yeah, it was the same color and everything.
Yeah, or what was that called?
They probably couldn't afford that John Williams.
They're gonna make a Mace. They're gonna make a Mace Windusaurus Rex. Can't see you if you don't move.
Mace Rex do.
Mace Rex do. Tricera Mace.
God, the worst part is Mace Rex do definitely sounds like a Star Wars character.
Yeah, well,
right.
We're gonna see.
100%. You've heard about the legend of Mace Rex do.
People are convinced they saw Mace Windu frozen in Ember this episode, but I don't.
I heard that, but he's got his right hand, and it's not a robot hand; it's an actual. It looks like a right hand. Now, I mean, it's encased in amber, so who knows? But
I'm pretty sure Mace Windu's still alive.
I think Obi-Wan would have made a bigger deal if Quinlan Vos or Mace Windu was there. He would have at least said, "Oh, Mace," and then kept running or something. I think if we were meant to see a major Jedi, that we already know about, Obi-Wan would have called it out.
Oh, how messed up was it to see the kid frozen in Ember? That was messed up.
Oh my gosh. But I think that was a really important thing to see because it talks about, or it speaks to the stasis of aging and time in the Amber, because Order 66 was 10 years ago, and that kid hasn't aged today.
Yeah, it's a great treatment. It's better than moisturizer to maintain your youth. Just froze yourself in ember. So that was a little messed up, but I guess it just shows that the Empire is evil, I guess.
Yes.
I'm getting the idea that they want us to think the Empire are bad or something like that. But, so, well, I think, another positive thing I wanted to talk about the show is I think James Earl Jones still sounds great as Darth Vader. I think he sounds better than he did in Rogue One. So I think Rogue
it's
One he
an
sounds
AI.
weird. I think it's just I don't know. I guess the sound mixing for Rogue One was weird. He was James Earl Jones. He didn't really sound like Darth Vader. He sounds a lot more like classic Darth Vader in the show, at least. So I want to give the sound department for Obi-Wan'd my seal of approval. If that means anything.
Yeah. The company that
Fourth seal of approval.
Reese Feature. And what's interesting is that Reese Feature is the same company or that they use to recreate Mark Hamill's voice for young Luke in Boba Fett.
Okay, nice.
And The Mandalorian. So I feel like the technology's gotten better. Like at least Darth Vader sounds more like Darth Vader than Luke sounded like young Luke.
True, I agree.
So
also,
hopefully progress.
Going back to the beginning, did y'all like the interplay between Obi-Wan in the back to tank and Darth Vader in his back to tank?
How they're kind of connected or something.
Yeah, I did like that. I thought artistically it was a good choice by the director.
I mean, it gave Hayden Christensen a few more seconds of screen time.
Yeah.
It's really weird that he gets like the final billing in the show, but like James Earl Jones. I mean, he's still like at the end, but it's like James Earl Jones voiced Darth Vader and Hayden Christensen.
Yeah,
James Earl Jones is a bigger part in the show than Hayden Christensen, but it's kind of interesting. Like they're both Darth Vader, sort of like how like David Prowse and James Earl Jones were in the original trilogy.
Forced is because the Star Wars franchise people felt bad that Hayden Christensen got so much shit.
They didn't do a whole lot for the kid playing Anakin in Phantom Menace, though.
Nothing. I had no idea until recently, like how terrible that kid's life was because of it.
Yeah, I mean,
what happened with him?
Binks, I think he had a rough time too after the trilogy, but I think he's at least like hosting a game show on Disney Plus now. He's like, he hasn't really like fallen off the deep end at like the kid who played Anakin first. So
why do they give that kid such a hard time? It was just
it's because fans are stupid. Because
Star Wars fans are brutal.
The actors doing a job, they take out their frustrations on the creator, not the actors.
Star Wars fans are the worst, right? Because like how people have kind of nerdy fixations, sci-fi and stuff. Star Wars is like the low-hanging fruit of sci-fi. You know what I mean? It's like the base level. It's like introduction, getting your toes wet. And so the Star Wars fans are like very basic. You know what I mean? It's just a basic base level fan. Now you get into deeper levels of nerddom,
What do y'all think of what's going to happen next episode for Obi-Wan?
Layers of nerd.
Hey, aren't we running out of time? This series is coming quickly.
This episode up so
No.
What is it? Six?
Yeah, there's 6 episodes.
So we got 6 more, I think, after this. So what do you think is going to happen next?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, we're running out of time in the series. I guess he's going to return Leia, run into Luke, or run into Vader one more time, then ultimately get back to Bail Organa. So there's only 2 episodes left. What else could they really do?
Yeah, because we know where he ends up eventually.
And they've got the tracker. Yeah, they've got the tracker.
Factory.
Yeah, so Reva's gonna be following him, show off how the track. It was the tracking device in the little robot.
Well, so I don't know. I will definitely be watching next episode because this one was definitely an improvement from the previous one. But let's move on to Miss Marvel, the new Marvel Disney Plus show.
Yeah.
And, I don't know, definitely a lot of Spider-Man Homecoming energy in this show.
A lot of young energy.
Yeah, this show is definitely catered for, I guess, teenagers in between. Definitely the TikTok generation.
Yeah, I didn't feel like this show was made for me, but I really enjoyed it anyway. Like, I didn't let that stop me.
Well, it's interesting because, like, Peter Parker was the exact, he's actually 15 years old in Homecoming. And that show, like, that movie had, like, more general appeal. And Ms. Marvel it seems weird that Ms. Marvel didn't really go for the whole general appeal. Although maybe they felt that it would be more successful as being catered to teenagers, but I don't know. But yeah, it was interesting. I mean, it's definitely showcased Muslim culture.
Yeah, I'm really enjoying like the Pakistani aspect. I have no idea what any of the little idioms are, like when she gets called Beta or whatever, but I can Google it and learn more about the culture. There needs to be the white sidekick needs to explain this because I love learning about other cultures.
They definitely changed her origin a bit. She's now like Purple Lantern instead of Mr. Fantastic.
Yeah, that's weird with the hard light powers. That's very different from the comics where they're more Fantastic Four-esque. But do you think that's because it would be, I don't know, poor optimization of IP to release two stretchy superheroes?
I think that's exactly what it is. I think
that's what I'm thinking.
Because they just showed Mr. Fantastic in Doctor Strange 2, and I don't think they want two stretchy heroes.
Right.
But
and,
I don't know,
the
it's really
coming.
weird. Like, Feige and I think like one of the co-creators literally are like saying like, oh, we just thought it was the best way to tell Kamala's story. And it's like, y'all are so full of shit. Just say you don't want her to be like Mr. Fantastic or anything like that, Well, I guess we're going to look more about the.
I think it's a 2-for-1er because in the comics, she's this Pakistani girl who gets hit by a Terrigen mist, and because of her superpowers, she emerges from the Terrigen mist looking like the superhero that she was focused on the most, which is her favorite superhero, which is Captain Marvel. So I was listening to maybe Screen Rant or Screen Crush, and they were talking about like just like the optics behind like replacing Pakistani actors with a white actress in 2022 would just be too much grief online. And I was like, you know what? The online's terrible. I can understand that.
Replacing who with who?
Replacing the Miss Marvel actress Ima.
Yeah, Ima, or the Kamala Khan. You mean?
Yeah, Kamala Khan with like a white actress, like a younger Brie Larson.
Oh,
Captain Marvel.
Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure like calling casting a white actress and calling them Kamala Khan.
Yeah, like that's just too much of a headache online.
It didn't work. Casting a white actor or actress and calling them Khan didn't work in Star Trek Into Darkness. It's probably not going to work in Miss Marvel. So
yeah, I don't care how comic accurate you're trying to be. The internet will not take that well.
Yeah, like literally, Khan's supposed to be. Well, it's funny because like one of Khan's not ancestor. Yeah, I think one of his descendants is in Star Trek Strange New Worlds, and she's not Indian either. Can you seriously not cast an Indian person for like this character or any other, family? It's just strange.
Actually, the genealogy comes later on down the line.
Yeah. So anyway,
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, this episode was fine. It's like basically like, she wants to go to this convention, and her conservative, Muslim parents.
How good is her dad? When he dressed up as like the Hulk, and he came in, he was all green.
Outfit.
Like, I was like, oh, like her parents love her. Like, that's good. And then she freaked out, and I was like, oh, teenagers suck.
Yeah. I thought that was funny. So I don't know. It is one of those things. Like if you've never watched any MCU properties, you're gonna have no idea what's going on, though. So I do have to deduct points on it for being too reliant on the MCU, sort of like the Spider-Man movies. But that's kind of one of the reasons I liked Moon Knight, although it wasn't great either, and Eternals, because at least those were more standalone.
Moon Knight was super standalone. But yeah, I mean, this one they're going to Avengers Con, so you have to know like what's up with Avengers.
Yeah.
So like she's a YouTuber, right? In the comic book series, she writes fan fiction for Miss Marvel. But
yeah, so it does fit with the character.
She's like a YouTuber.
But like they literally had what do you think of like the illustrations in the background, the animations in the background as like they're riding their bikes?
I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I like that.
I thought it was different, unique, and I thought they pulled it off really well. Like sometimes that can be really annoying, but I really liked what they did here.
We all
made it work.
What about you, Forrest? What did you think about it?
Yeah, like I said, it had a lot of the Spider-Man Homecoming energy. So definitely, it was interesting, very artistic and creative. What do you think about like her almost killing her high school rival with a hammer, the giant?
Yeah. I was like, what?
It really just, it's sort of like The Boys almost, like there's a lot of collateral, like superheroes exist and there'd be a lot of collateral damage.
So much collateral damage. Like that head was rolling around.
Literally like a 16-year-old is like been given like, you know, a Green Lantern ring or bracelet in this universe, and she's already like causing mass destruction at a convention. Imagine if she was like at an actual battle.
Man,
Right.
and what is that Ant-Man head made out of to make it just keep on rolling like that? It would not keep having momentum.
It was made of flubber.
Because
Yeah.
it originally just kind of tipped over, but then it kept rolling around like
It
there's
just
so
kept
much force
going
behind it.
and going and going.
Well, I
There's
guess she
no
would've
way
won-
it would just keep.
Yeah,
doing
I guess
that.
she would have won the contest before she started like, you know, burning the place to the ground.
Right. And then like everyone cheered afterwards. Like it was like some kind of heroic moment. Like
It's like she caused
not when she
destruction.
saved Zoe, but like when the head first stopped like rolling. And it was like, yeah, or maybe it was after she saved. But anyway, like, yeah, I wouldn't cheer for that moment. I'd be like, yo, I need to get the fuck out of here right now.
And it
Like,
really
this
just
is
goes to
this is
show
really
how
sketch.
even though people like probably like a real convention, people who dress as superheroes will do nothing heroic. They'll just stand and watch.
Right.
Yeah, I think like there was like a convention, San Diego Comic-Con, like the Avengers were like assembling for the first time, like on stage, and like someone got stabbed at that convention. I think I remember like Kevin Smith saying like we had the entire Avengers at Comic-Con and no one did anything to help them.
No one saved. We had 1,000 superheroes here and no one saved them.
Everyone dressed as superheroes and no one did like anything heroic. So, but yeah, so really, I don't know. But yeah, so she got home. Her mom was there waiting for her. So apparently they just didn't really say how, because apparently I thought her friend was watching her room and was just like, you know, gonna warn her that her parents were gonna walk in. But I guess they just didn't do that as she was going home. So anyway, her mom was there waiting for her, and then she just said she was disappointed she didn't ground her. It was like, she got it easy.
Yeah, real easy.
I do have to say, you know, the after credit scene was pretty underwhelming, though.
Yeah, I
It
was
was like
glad
basically
I
like
caught
these
it.
two agents we know nothing about. Like they're not even like, I guess they're not even like supervillains. They're just like, oh, there's a girl with powers, and like one goes, yeah, we should check her out. And then boom, end. So sort of like a underwhelming
think-
cliffhanger.
That the male agent is the same one from Spider-Man.
Yeah, he was like in Spider-Man No Way Home. He was the guy
Yeah.
carrying Peter. I don't know why they brought that character back. He wasn't really, didn't really even impact.
Important. So that's for them to bring him back specifically, and only him makes me wonder. Like, it's probably important because we
Yeah.
haven't. Well, I was gonna say we
He's
haven't
just the
seen
guy.
Well,
who's
it could be-
always teenage heroes apparently. So
Exactly. He could be the teenage wrangler.
yeah.
Teenage hero wrangler.
So I don't know. This episode was fine. I'm not too crazy about this show. I thought it was like, I think I like Obi-Wan better this week, but I think this has the possibility to. I like the family dynamics of this episode. You know,
The brother was great.
yeah, the brother who looks like he's 30 but still living at home. You know, he's got the long beard. Maybe I don't know. Like, there's no teenagers with a beard like that. Put it that way.
No, there's not.
I mean, maybe he's just like working. Maybe he's just like in school right now and he's like staying at home. But
Well, I know it's really popular in Indian culture to live with your parents and save money until you get married.
I think
And
it's popular
it
in
saves them a
American
ton
culture
of
now, too.
money.
Yeah. Well, they're Pakistani, they're not Indian, but you know.
Right. Yeah, that's why I wasn't making any conclusions.
So, yeah. So, yeah, I'll keep watching this show.
Well, good. We'll keep talking about it.
We'll keep talking. We got another 5 weeks of it, I think. How many years is this? Anyone want to look real quick? Right, I'm trying out this pause.
Yeah, I was like, 6 episodes, just like we thought.
Okay. So, yeah. Well, I guess
Yeah.
we're
Hey,
stuck
is
to
this?
5
I was
weeks.
wondering, is this bullshit? Like, I was thinking about it the other day. I was like, how good would Lost be if Lost only had to make 10 episodes a season?
Most episodes, well, most like TV shows, are only like 5 or 10 episodes, or like 8 or 10. Like 8 seems to be like the magic number. I think like Fargo,
Yeah.
only at 8 or 10.
Now,
Stranger-
but like when we were growing up,
Yeah.
you had to put out 20 episodes a season.
Yeah, I mean, well, the thing is, like,
Or
you know,
it seemed to
episodes,
be
there's
like-
a lot of. It's probably like why like shows like The Flash and Arrow got stale because they just like ran out of ideas because they had like so much content they had to produce. They'd like produce like 23 hours of content, and like when your hero is like fast, you kind of like just reuse the same thing over. He loses his speed.
Yeah.
Your speedster. You know, Iris hates him, so that's why it's better just to have like 8 or 10. You know. And, like even 13 is too much. Like even like Daredevil, like there were some episodes that just dragged on.
Yeah.
They did like a Karen Page origin story episode because they just ran out of ideas and they just had to like fill in episodes. So yeah, like 8 or 10, really just 8 if you need 10. But in this case 6. Because you have more. You can use the budget across 6 more. But yeah, so we'll see what happens. I guess we don't know who the main villain of the season is yet.
No villain yet. Besides life. Gosh, being a teenager sucks. Make sure to like and subscribe if you think being a teenager sucks.
Yeah.
It's awful.
For all our teenager listeners out there.
Yeah.
All right.
What
Well,
up? I see you, fam.
yeah. Well, I guess we can move on to the show we really
No.
want to talk about this week.
The only show we should be talking about this week, and that's The Boys with the Boys. What'd you guys think?
And they introduced another boy. It was Soldier Boy this week. Well, they didn't introduce him, but they proved that he was alive.
And
Yeah.
did they take another boy away? A heartthrob.
Yeah. So.
Drummer boy.
Oh yeah. Well, he was called Supersonic, and we never
I
found out what
know.
his powers were, except amazing choreography and singing skills.
Maybe you think that's why they
Yeah,
never
what was
spent
his
the
powers?
visual effects budget or the line to ever talk about his powers because we were never going to see him.
Yeah. It was like, wait. So was he like a speedster? Like I thought he had like super speed, like A-Train. Like wait, don't you heard of a speedster, or maybe just
I thought he was super strong.
well, no, supersonic, like supersonic speed.
Oh yeah.
That's why I thought
that
it
was
was
pure
a speedster. But I guess
supersonic. I was
they
thinking-
literally introduced his character just to kill him off, just to give Starlight, or just to show that Homelander's evil, which we already knew, and like give Starlight.
I was
thought like
thinking
he and Starlight were
sound-based
hooked up, but I guess
attacks.
not. So
I was thinking sound-based attacks, and it would kind of make sense. Like he's a singer.
Yeah, that makes
Powerful
It just
voice
goes to
or
show,
something.
like they try to make A-Train likable, and then he turns around and does something awful again. Like he
Yeah,
ratted
which
out
is just
Starlight.
Great writing. Yeah, the way he writes out. And then, oh my gosh, what about the Pepsi commercial? What did you guys think about that?
Yeah. Or was it like?
Oh yeah, that made you
Energy
think he
drink.
was about to do something else while making the commercial, but it was all
Yeah.
the commercial.
Oh my gosh, so bad. Like it was amazing. Like the original commercial was terrible and like really tone deaf. And like I love that like Seth Rogen and the boys and the writers. I love that like how much they've slipped into the TV show. Like A-Train doing this ridiculous Kendall Jenner commercial. And like they nailed it. Like it looked so good too.
Yeah. So really just shows that A-Train's a complete a-hole.
Terrible person. Yeah. Yeah, you should
As
my
is the
God.
Deep. They're
I
all
thought-
terrible.
I thought since he was so pissed off about everything that he was gonna join him, but no.
No. I mean, yeah.
He
And
like.
I-
he
Do you
just-
think
there's
there-
no way I'm gonna
Do
win
you think
against
there's a
him.
chance of a twist that Homelander just found out about it and A-Train didn't really?
No,
say?
I don't think so. No,
I think
that
he
definitely
said,
seems like
like,
A-Train.
I think
I
the
heard
chances.
you.
Yeah, I
was
think
like,
the
they're
chance of
next
that is
room.
low.
I didn't
but-
even need my super hearing. These walls are like paper thin. But I think if he just found it on his own, he would have said so.
Instead
What
of
do y'all
saying
feel about
A-Train said.
Stan Edgar being dethroned as the company CEO, and now Homelander's basically the CEO now?
That was a crazy plot twist.
Oh man, how he shut Homelander
Yeah.
down though too.
So like you think that
Oh,
Homelander's
how
like
did
get
he
slapped
word
with a silly fine, and then Nunez flips on them, and then they just take out Stan Edgar as the CEO. I'm really excited to see where this goes.
Yeah, it's funny, like not funny. Well, Giancarlo, like Esposito, the actor playing Stan Edgar, he's like on the 3 biggest shows right now, like Mandalorian, The Boy,
Yeah,
Better Call
he's
Saul.
so good.
Yeah, and he was like in the new Far Cry game, so he's like, he's making a lot of money these past couple years in those 3 shows alone. So yeah, hopefully he comes back. Well, I was thinking like Homelander was just gonna kill him, and then like take
Yeah, I thought so
but
too.
I guess it's like more of the Homelander. We sort of like played the politics, and just like got Stan Edgar.
So that scene is kind of ripped directly out of the comic series. There's a really random line that Homelander walks in and he goes 80 over 60. Right? Do you guys remember that? And you're like, what is he talking about? That's talking about Stan Edgar's blood pressure. So like the whole thing is like Stan Edgar is sitting in the room or standing in the room, talking shit to the most powerful person. You could literally kill him in less than a second if you wanted to. And his blood pressure like never changed. Like he was still cool, calm, and collect, and like the the daddy in charge.
Nice.
Yeah. So
yeah,
that was
I'm still like on the arc where Payback has been sent to take out the boys. And that's like the arc with Stormfront.
Have you
Stormfront's
seen...
like he's like a Nazi, but he's a man. And
yeah.
So, but I think
Have you
Soldier
met
Boy's also in
Blonde
that
yet?
arc. He gets his nose bitten off by Butcher, so I wonder if that's gonna happen in the show too.
What was up with that power that came out of Soldier Boy?
He's got some
think
bad
that's...
indigestion.
Yeah, some kind of I don't know, kind of energy blast.
Yeah, it's the I don't know. It's basically like Tony Stark's chest ray.
Yeah.
And I guess
Do you think
it's fused with whatever weapon they have? That
Well, it's like the guy from the first
stops
season,
healing
the terrorist.
abilities.
You remember the terrorist from the first season?
Yeah.
I think like Homelander killed him immediately in the second season, but like basically he shot like.
It's been a while since I watched the first ones.
Yeah, so it's the exact same as the terrorist from the first season. What he was called.
I need a rewatch. Maybe pick up a lot of little details that I kind of forgot.
I will say, like the first season finale of The Boys was kind of weak. I mean, the first season was great, but I thought like the last episode was a little weak. But besides that, yeah. What did you think about the Deep? This episode, like his wife was texting him, telling him what to say to Homelander.
Oh,
Dude,
yeah.
it's such good writing. Like the dynamic for those two, like how like A-Train was trying to be a good person and brought up Blue Hawk, who is over patrolling black neighborhoods, and then A-Train, or not A-Train, the Deep gets that text from his wife saying like to stand up and like make a better geopolitical decision or whatever, not to pursue like this racism.
Yeah,
and he gets bonus points for it. So basically, it's a game of prisoner's
Who
dilemma.
can kiss ass the most?
That
with
scene made
Homelander.
me realize that's the first time since like the first episode that the Seven has actually had 7 members. Because remember, like
I
they
guess
haven't had
that's
7 members since like Translucent,
Oh
I
yeah.
think. And like this is the first time they had 7 members at the table at a time. And I think that hasn't happened since Starlight joined episode 1.
Season 1.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking with Starlight.
Because like last season, like they only had 6 members because the Deep was still like kicked off the team, but I think they still had, and it was A-Train. I think A-Train was off the team too, so they were like 5, I think.
Yeah, they had two missing.
Yeah, because A-Train and Deep weren't on the team, but they let A-Train back on the team at the end of the second season, and they let Deep back on and Supersonic. So I would get the Silver Kincaid chick back, or the other one.
I would talk about Homelander ordering Texas or taco bowls on Supersonic's first day. But what's the point? Supersonic just is super dead.
Wait, he killed him after the bowls.
Yeah, I know he killed him afterwards, but like, there's just no point talking about like the character dynamic between these two, because one of them is incredibly dead and the other one is incredibly not.
I just thought it was funny. Homelander knew Spanish, but the Hispanic guy didn't know Spanish.
Yeah, he's like, I don't speak Spanish.
He loves rubbing stuff into them with food and stuff.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, yeah. Remember, he just likes rubbing stuff into people's faces. Like, remember,
So
like, he was
such
basically telling
little
Huey-
petty moves.
With a smile on his face is what like gets
He
you
like
to.
signed Huey's cast and says like, what's she like in bed?
Best Homelander, and he's like about to like laser him in half.
Yeah,
It's like, I'm fucking with you guys.
he lighten up.
No,
Yeah, that was great. Well, we need to talk about Huey getting
Well,
powers.
he was.
Huey
Yeah.
got powers in this episode.
Oh yeah.
So
Without
this-
Butcher knowing.
There were a ton of callbacks to the original comic run series, including
Punching
his
the guy to the
first
chest.
kill. Yeah, and that hamster gerbil. What is it?
Yeah.
Named Jamie.
Jamie.
Oh yeah.
So that's actually from the comics when Huey kills his first soup on accident. Punches him too hard, doesn't know his own strength. Punches him through the through the stomach, just
I
like in
think
the
he
TV
kills
show.
Drummer Boy, right?
He kills Blarney Cock.
Oh yeah.
And then the hamster falls out or comes out of him after he's dead, like comes out of his butthole, and he takes him and names him Jamie.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
So that was a clever nod
You think
to the comics.
Think that's about to happen?
No, I don't think they're gonna stick that gerbil in anyone's butthole.
No, you think that Huey will take the gerbil with him or something?
Oh,
well,
yeah, probably.
I guess it didn't look like he did though.
No,
they
it
showed
didn't.
him driving away in the van.
And plus, like that flying gerbil, that was scary. Like when that gerbil like went through that guy's face.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
Like went through his eye and like ate his brain. I was like,
yeah,
oh,
dude. And then he didn't attack Huey. Dude, if I saw like that happen in front of me, I would be screaming like a little girl and I'd be running for the exit. I'd like, I can handle soups. I cannot handle a souped up like little creature, little rodent.
Yeah,
that's not how I want to die. I'd rather Homelander like just saw me in half than being viciously eaten alive.
Would you have the hamster or would you have termite if you could only choose the two?
Termite that
going
seems
up
very,
in you, or...
that seems very instant. Seems very instant. Yeah.
Well,
oh God, Rob, why would you even bring up termite again? Let's take a quick recording break. We'll be right back.
Well, we got.
I just thought that was so funny. That was a practical thing too.
Oh, yeah, I know, practical effect.
Yeah.
Dear Lord, what
anyway.
fun that set must be.
Is
Kimiko dead?
30-foot thing.
Oh yeah, because she's not healing.
Oh no,
she's not healing. Like, dude, it's like we're over here gushing about the boys, and we don't even know if the boys are gonna still be around. Like, MM can't hold together a team that doesn't exist.
Butcher's being a bigger asshole than usual.
Guys, such a bigger asshole.
He's like, you are my gun. You do what I tell you. Yeah. So.
Yeah, right there. That's not gonna make anybody like you.
And I don't know. Maybe it's just like my pansy generation millennial ass. But like when Kimiko came back from like the job, like Butcher could have said thank you.
Yeah.
Like at the very least, like
he is acting like she's just.
Yeah, she didn't want to do that. You could have at least said thank you for doing that, but like he's got
no heart, man.
Yeah, hard ass. So people will like be scared and listen to him. But
no
like,
wonder Frenchie's probably about to leave. Well, he was. I don't know what's gonna happen now.
We gotta we gotta find out
dies,
why Kimiko's not healing. I guess like whatever Soldier Boy like hit her with negates her powers.
I hope she doesn't die. I hope they don't kill her.
I hope they're not gonna kill her. They're just gonna she's gonna be in a hospital.
Oh yeah, because there was a trailer for her doing another musical thing.
They're not gonna kill like one of the main characters. Like at least not the main characters in the team.
It's the boys. You don't know. I don't see them. I could see them doing it.
I don't see the main five. Dying this season. I mean, maybe like the last season they'll like kill them.
Not unless one of them gets canceled in the off season.
I don't think Mace is going to do that because like Wheel of Time didn't really pan out. What's the other show that Amazon's doing?
The Expanse.
No, Lord of the Rings, which is already like getting like hated on pretty.
Oh, The Ring of Power. It looks terrible. It's the most expensive TV show of all time,
and like I have no interest in watching it at all.
No interest.
I haven't even looked into it.
They could have solved like world hunger for I don't know an hour, a day, a month, a year, some variation of time, but instead they put it towards making this series that nobody asked for, nobody wants.
Well, Amazon wants it, but I think
it's just in response to Game of Thrones. But let me ask you this: are you excited about a House of Dragons? I'm not even sure I'm gonna watch it.
I haven't even seen the trailer yet.
Yeah, unless it gets like great reviews, unless someone's like, "Oh man, you have to watch this," or I guess we have a podcast, so I guess we'll have to watch it.
Well, apparently there's like another prequel series for Game of Thrones with the girl from King Kong, Naomi Watts, that like I think HBO just turned down after they saw the pilot.
They had 7 pitched, and they greenlit 5 of them. And I guess they're just slowly whittling through based on pilots which one they're going to show.
Yeah, I guess this was the one that won. So, but yeah, it's going to have a Doctor Who in it, Matt Smith.
Yep. Who?
Yeah. Yeah, it's funny. There's like so many.
Don't you mean the Doctor? We get it. We know.
Oh yeah, you can't call him Doctor Who. You got to call him the Doctor.
We know it's the Doctor.
Although,
Still, feel free to tweet at Forrest at Z Zealot podcast on Twitter.
I watched the very first
me.
episode of Doctor Who, though, like him that premiered like 1962 or whatever, and they called him Doctor Who. So, like, excuse me if I called him Doctor Who.
Excuse me, I watched the first episode and I turned it off. Sorry, my canon stops there.
With, what's the guy's name? Christopher Eccleston?
Yeah.
Like the very, very first Doctor. So, yeah, and they called him Doctor Who. So don't give me that. You can't call him Doctor Who. I was like, well, they did it first. So, anyway. What were we talking about? Boys. Yes.
The boys. So what's
we
gonna happen?
Probably talk about the Victoria like giving her daughter V, and like
Yeah.
she's got a really negative reaction to it. It's like, ooh,
That was painful.
yeah.
It's like getting circumcised when you're 13 versus when you're a baby. You're gonna remember that. You're gonna remember that procedure.
Yeah, I think they're probably gonna have a tumultuous relationship going forward.
Nah, she was doing it out of love, and like that's just how scared she is of Homelander. That she gave up. She betrayed her dad. She double-crossed her dad, and to protect her daughter, and then gave her daughter Compound B, this terrible thing that she knows is gonna isolate her for the rest of her life from like being a regular human. So there's nothing but problems with having superpowers, right? Like this seems to be a shit show.
He's like, original recipe, all 11 herbs and spices.
Yeah, like I knew exactly what it was. Like it's weird they're not going to show it. It's definitely Compound B, right? It's obviously Compound B,
The blue kind, not the temp B.
Not the temporary compound.
I guess apparently he's not afraid of her, because even though he knows what she could do.
I thought that was an interesting. Yeah, that's an interesting interaction there, because he was like, "Go ahead, try it, pop it, let's see what happens." Like, because I don't think Homelander knows if he'd live.
Oh,
yeah, maybe he just feels so invincible.
I wonder if it would work if she tried or not.
Yeah, I wonder if she's tried and it hasn't worked, and that's why she knows it doesn't work.
Oh,
I don't know. Maybe like he just thinks he can laser her before she gets her eyes.
I'd have to imagine, like, if you threaten my daughter and you're like a public figure, I'd have to be able to make eye contact with you like in a crowd before you can see me. So I would just go like a public event and just pop your head off.
that's kind of their best hope besides the weapon they're looking for.
Right?
With
Soldier Boy. Do you think Soldier Boy is going to be like helpful? Like, because Soldier Boy killing Mother Milk's family, that's
He
just
seems
trauma.
to be doing a Winter Soldier thing.
Oh,
or
yeah,
whatever.
Winter
Well,
Soldier,
yeah, it's
that's
like
it.
both Captain America and Winter Soldier. He's basically based off the MCU. He's like the dark twisted version of that.
Bucky.
The same way, like, his Team Payback is based off the Avengers. Like, the Crimson Countess is Scarlet Witch, and I guess Swato's Ant-Man, and what was the other character? There was the Mindstorm guy. I think, like, in the comic, there's like a character based off Iron Man called like Tech Knight. There's like a character based off Vision, like some sort of robot. So yeah, so I need to finish that and like Stormfront's based off Thor in the comic, even though like because like he's like Nordic, not Nordic, but he's a Nazi, but he has like thunder and lightning powers, and he's Aryan or whatever. So but yeah, did we miss anything this episode?
Yeah, I want to talk about this. It's not important at all, but we open up on an actual television program called Solid Gold.
Oh yeah.
And it's got Soulja Boy performing the song Rapture.
Mhm.
And it's so weird, but that song's been like stuck in my head like the entire week.
I
Like,
was
his
not aware of his
delivery.
existence. I looked at the video, the first Blondie video for it, and apparently it was the very first rap video that premiered on MTV.
Yeah, so very cool. More cultural appropriation, I guess. I don't know. They had to pick that song specifically on purpose. Maybe it was the only song that Jensen Ackles can sing. Who knows?
It's an awful song. It's like you have like this petite blonde woman rapping.
Yeah.
It's so
Amazing.
awkward and weird when you're watching it. So they make it even more awkward and weird to have like a superhero do it. And there's like, what was that music video that the Giants did, or was it the Jets? I think the Jets did a music video back in like the 80s, and it was really awkward and weird. Some football team did it, but I think it was sort of going for that energy too. Just like you have like non-musicians doing music videos, like Eddie Murphy or I don't know, a few others. But yeah, it's just funny. Or Steven Seagal trying to be musicians, and they have no musical talent. So I think that's sort of what they're going for. But yeah, I think
Like Hawkeye.
yeah. Oh yeah. Clint. What's his name? Jeremy Renner.
Jeremy Renner's.
That was
And
pretty
it's
cringe.
less
I think I
successful.
watched like the first 30 seconds of his music video. I was like,
This is
cringe.
bad.
Yeah, almost
More
as bad as
Hawkeye. Make me watch more Hawkeye.
Yeah, it makes Hawkeye look good. This show. So, all right, but yeah, I think Jensen Ackles. I think we'll finally see more Soldier Boy. Obviously, these last 4 episodes of the season, we've only got like bits and pieces of him. Like he was, I think we got him like last episode where he was like in Nicaragua. That's probably we saw most of him there, but I think we're gonna get a lot more of him these last 4 episodes, and I'm guessing he and Homelander are gonna go at it. Do you think he's gonna join the 7?
They just filled up the 7. Oh, but
no, they just killed off
Supersonic's
Supersonic.
dead. Well, that's convenient. However, I don't know because I think this is gonna this.
Yeah, how is Soldier
This is
Boy
gonna
feeling
be
when he comes
the
back?
first real hiccup for Homelander since he got rid of Stan Edgar. Because Stan Edgar could easily explain or sweep under the rug like a reason why the superhero who Vought said was dead for like 50 years is still very much alive. Right? That's going to be a PR nightmare for Homelander to deal with. Stan could just take care of that like it was a regular Monday morning. But Homelander and more specifically Ashley is going to be really bothered by like this PR nightmare, I think. Oh, and I want to point out one other thing. And it's more of a commentary on corporate America and How Much Your Mother Barney Stinson talked about the cycle of yelling. And that's basically what happens in corporate America. Your boss gets yelled at by his boss, who's yelled at by his boss. And so, therefore, they just yell all the way down the line to you. And if you're a boss, then you just turn around and you'll yell at your employees, and they'll yell at their employees. And, like, that's exactly what we saw here, right? Like, Homelander asked Ashley if her idiot brain's being fucked by stupid. And then later on, we see her use the exact same verbiage. Like, so, like, Homelander isn't just like a terrible person; he's a virus, and it's
how about that? How about that Homelander strap on she has?
We haven't even talked about the dildos.
Oh yeah,
even Starlight has one now, so you know. Well,
she's a part of the 7. Yeah, you can't be a member of the 7 if you don't have.
Well, I loved like all
license.
the 7 graffiti in Russia as they were driving by. Like, they had like a giant like Homelander like spray painted
so like
on the building.
I guess the superheroes Vought industry, it's not about superheroes, it's about American capitalism. And so they're probably just seen as evil. Which, you know, spoiler alert, they are. They're not wrong.
Yeah. So interesting. Yeah, so what else happened this episode? Kimiko killed the oligarch. Yeah. For little Nina.
And then one of the ladies of the night shot her in fear. And I thought
it was very much a Wolverine moment. I was like, oh wow, can she heal from that? I guess she can. So it's interesting. She's not bulletproof. She's just like bullet retardant.
Yeah. Like it didn't like bounce off of her, but it like, you know, went inside of her and then got pushed out.
Like her body rejects the bullets after they absorb them. It's like, ugh. Sort of like, you know, when you eat like a bad meal.
A bad date. Yeah.
Yeah, bad meal and the body.
This isn't organic. Yeah, pushes out the
That's interesting.
Bullet.
So
I like that. That was fun. Like, there's no other television show you'll ever watch where there's like a full-on scene with like 8 dildos used as weapons in a sword fight. Like, the show is just fun. It's just capital F-U-N.
Fun with an 18+
yeah,
rating.
Fun with an MA mature rating.
Yeah, so a lot of good times in the show. So Tip, what do you think? Is Tip on mute?
Or is he still muted?
Yeah. Oh well. Yeah. So there he is.
There he goes.
Like, I'm out. I don't know.
Bye, Tip. So, what do you guys think? Are the boys over? Or what's
No, I don't know. I'm thinking like, well, you know, Huey's had his compound V. Do you think any of the other? Well, I guess technically Kamiko. I'm guessing Frenchie's gonna take it next because he seems like the guy who does drugs.
What if there's 3 vials? They have 1 left. What if they give it to Kimiko to try to save her?
Oh yeah, I could probably do that.
Give her.
Yeah, I think they probably just got like. Why didn't they do that first? Like they should have done that immediately.
Mix her up with some new powers.
Yeah, so she likes.
Man, but how about Huey just kind of looking out the window at his glowing hand?
He's definitely like high. He's like so high on power right now.
Let me ask you this: like, you guys what about again, spectacular riding. Like, he could have any superpower, but instead he has super speed, which is the superpower of A-Train. What,
Well, it was.
who he
I
hates.
think it wasn't super speed.
I think it was more. It was teleport. That's why
He
he
just
left all
teleported
his
out of
clothes.
his clothes. Like,
Oh, I thought he ran out of his clothes. It was
no, I think
teleport.
it was
No, it
Okay.
teleported.
apparently it's weird. You can't teleport with your clothes.
So
That's
this is
pretty
what I
funny.
was wondering. Because I had a problem, and I didn't have a quote unquote problem with this. But one of the things I was wondering was like, how did running so fast? Like, why did it fall off him instead of burn off him or something? So I was curious about that.
Yeah,
so that makes more
when
sense.
you just
that's
teleport
teleportation.
without the clothes.
It's
So
funny.
he teleported inside that guy's body. Like, he teleported his arm inside that guy's
no, he
body.
teleported
Maybe-
in front of him. Then he like punched him. He got naked.
Maybe it's
Oh,
teleporting with super
With
strength.
super strength. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, teleportation plus super strength.
See,
is
I
probably-
thought it
think
was like
super strength
speed
comes
that got
with a
him
lot
through
of-
it. Yeah.
I
Okay.
think
That
that's
makes
kind of a
sense.
standard with a lot of powers.
Yeah, in the comics,
Yeah.
they just have like super strength, and I don't think they even have laser eyes in the comic, do they? When they take Compound B.
God, how good
Oh,
was
Butcher doesn't-
Butcher coming out? And like Mother
Oh,
Smoke's like,
Butcher with
Butcher, what are
the
you doing? Don't
laser eyes.
sacrifice yourself. No. And then,
And
he's
then
like,
Mother Smoke
what
is like-
the fuck? And then Butcher's just like, hello.
He's coming
cunt.
with a-
boom, boom. Just
With a
gets shot.
big smirk on his
And
face.
he's-
Yeah,
Oh
and
my
like
God,
literally
so
the scene before
good.
he's like, "It's not power, it's punishment," and he's like, "Looks kind of fun to me."
Yeah, this punishment sucks. It's a real BDS.
But I did like
over
how it's
here.
just like, it's so much worse. It's I did like that explanation. Then like they turn around and show him like really enjoying having power.
Yeah, I did really. I like the. Yeah, you're absolutely right. I like the way you put it. That is a punishment, because it does. Like, being a super seems truly terrible. I mean, that being said, I'd probably get it, no problem. But it looks. With great power comes great responsibility. That's what this TV show.
Well, the
should
show
be
really
called.
does like.
Ian,
show
how
just
much were
awful
they
it would be
selling
for
those?
superheroes who exist?
How much were they selling those vials? A few
2 million.
vials.
$2 million for 24 hours of V, baby.
Oh yeah, we got to talk about Maeve. They finally had more Maeve this episode.
Right.
He was just like training, pretending to be drunk.
Interesting. A-Train didn't snitch on Maeve, just on Supersonic and Starlight.
Yeah, because I guess like he was in the room with Starlight, Supersonic,
And Maeve.
Well, I think
Maeve.
like Homelander really likes Maeve, so he won't. I don't think he'll ever kill Maeve.
Right, but it's just weird that he kills her in the comic book, spoilers. But
yeah,
I just thought it was
but,
weird
like,
that A-Train
I
didn't
don't think
snitch
they had
on Maeve.
they didn't have a relationship in the comics beyond like they were just coworkers. But besides that, I think in this show they're more close, and I don't think he doesn't.
They have more
there might be
fleshed out
like a
backstory.
confrontation between them next episode where he's like, "I'm on to you." But I think
I will say I'm not going to give any spoilers from the comics, but their last interactions are going to be done really well. I'm really looking forward to seeing it.
yeah. Well, this
Man,
is,
the last interactions with Supersonic were not pleasant.
no, and we never even found out
Dang.
what Sonic's power was.
No, but it's definitely not invulnerability. We know that much.
I mean, I thought maybe he might, because his name was like Drummer Boy, so that's something to do with like sonic booms. So maybe like he had like avalanche powers, lets him do a sound. Maybe not. He didn't have like speed or like, I don't know. But it was really weird. They just showed this superhero, have him in costume, and don't show him without any powers.
And then they showed his body smashed. That was
And
gross.
like pieces. Okay, and probably just make you think like if Homelander can kill people with immunity or with impunity, why didn't he just kill Stan Edgar? Why doesn't he just like kill Starlight? He can like kill these people and have no consequences.
Right.
But yeah, he's like doing all these little manipulative stuff.
He's still restrained. But it's like, why are you restrained?
Yeah, like the fact that Butcher's still alive.
Yeah. Well, he was afraid of Stan Edgar in the first couple seasons, but he's not anymore.
Yeah.
Now he's unhinged and out of his shell. And according to the boys' Prime Video Wikipedia page, it's super strength.
Okay, Supersonics.
Yeah, Supersonic has super
Oh,
strength.
okay, well that's lame.
Yeah,
Was
and
that
his
Supersonic, though?
his boy band was called Super Sweet. So just super bad all around. I love it.
Oh well, so much for Supersonic. I guess he and Starlight were not going to hook up this. Well, I thought like Huey and Starlight were gonna break up, and then she was gonna hook up with Supersonic, and then he was gonna kill him. But I guess they
I was really happy with the interaction because I don't, obviously I'm shipping them. I don't want them to break up. So I was happy with like that it wasn't like a bunch of like melodrama going on.
According to Google, it says enhanced speed, stamina, and strength. But
So
yeah,
it's
it
like
says in the
basic
show they
speed
don't
powers.
really
So
say.
you know,
Yeah, I mean if you have enhanced strength, then you can run faster. That's just like super strength gives you a whole, just opens up a whole bunch of other superpowers.
Captain America right there. How he can just run down a highway.
Right? Yeah. Yeah, make that headcanon like Master Chief.
Oh yeah, or all the Spartans.
Yeah.
Or,
Super
well,
Soldier
Season 2 of Halo.
Yep.
they can take their time, honestly. I think we covered basically everything. You know, maybe a few other plot points we missed, but this was another great episode. Really enjoying this season so far. It's definitely the best show on TV right now. I mean, streaming right now, I guess, compared to the other two offerings. I mean, I still need to get back into Strange New Worlds. I only saw the first episode, but apparently people seem to like it more than the other two.
Oh, yes. I need to make a correction. A couple episodes ago, I said that I heard the new Star Trek show wasn't very good. Turns out there's a couple different Star Trek shows. I believe that was Discovery. Or
yeah, people really don't
that,
like
and they don't like that. But A Strange New World has been getting great reviews.
It's basically more in tune with the original series and Next Generation and Deep Space Nine format. It's more of like an ensemble where Discovery's like more just like what's her name, Michael Burnham. Like basically, it's like she's the main character and like everyone else is like just supporting cast. But it's to the point where like they have no like depth to them. But like I think Strange New Worlds, like it's more of ensemble and they explore the other characters better. And I think each episode's like standalone, so it's like original Star Trek. So there's not like a season-long story arc.
Okay, nice.
So I think it's why people are enjoying it more, from what I understand.
Yeah, people, I've been hearing online that it's quote unquote more like the original.
Yeah, so I think it's being reviewed more favorably than the other Star Trek series. But from what I understand, like most Star Trek series, with the exception of the original series, they needed like 2 seasons to like really find their footing anyway. Like, I think Next Generation people don't like it until like season 3, and same thing with Deep Space Nine and Voyager.
Speaking of finding their footing, the Orville is coming back to Hulu for a 3rd season.
Oh yeah, I don't think I've ever watched that. I don't think I've ever heard anything spectacular about it, except that it was hit. And it's like
I thought it was good.
Well, it's like Seth MacFarlane's Star Trek show, and like I think like after A Million Ways to Die in the West like tanked, and his I think dreams of Hollywood or like being a leading man in Hollywood, or not Hollywood but on film, he's like, well, I'll just be on a TV show now. So, but it's interesting. I think the red bearded guy on the Orville.
Yeah.
Apparently, he was married to the main female on the Orville, but they were like married for like 2 months before they divorced.
Awkward.
The Orville.
Yeah, the Orville. It's like a parody of Star Trek.
Yeah, it's not as funny as you think.
Discovery.
Yeah, I really like the Orville. I think season 2 gets a lot better as well.
Yeah, I think
jokey.
It's like Clone Wars. All these shows, I really like sit through 2 seasons to enjoy it. So it's like it's tough to get into something. You have to like.
Yeah, why can't they all just like Lost, where they're like they get you in?
First episode has you hooked. First
yeah.
season's great. Same thing with like I don't know, a few other shows.
Would you do that with the book? Would you read like half of a book to get to the second half, which was good? Or would you like take it even bigger? Like, would you read like the first book in a trilogy series just to get to a better book? I'm like, no, I need that first book to be strong. I can't get to book 2 if I can't get through book 1.
Yeah, that's important.
It's an 8 out of 10. That's not bad. So apparently it's getting better. Oh wait, the top rated Identity. Okay. Yeah. So I don't know, maybe I'll give the Orville a try. Is it like funny? I mean, it's supposed to be funny, but is it funny?
It's not ha funny. It's clever funny. It's like well written funny. It's got the
like
hallmarks.
Venture Brothers funny.
Yeah. It's got the hallmarks of wit and a funny moment and like funny writing, but it's not like laugh out loud funny. Like the captain doesn't hit his knee and fall down on the ground and like go ooh for 5 minutes. Although I think that would be really funny if there's like I would buy like the special edition Blu-ray if it was like the horrible actors acting as Family Guy members, like behind the scenes, like blooper reel, like that'd be funny. But no, it's I would say it's more serious. It's less funny than you would think. It's more serious than you would think coming from a Seth MacFarlane IP.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think Family Guy and American Dad show's gone.
There's
they've overstayed their welcome, so we gotta.
There's no 10 million ways to die in the West. Neil Patrick Harris scene where he shits in a hat for like 5 minutes straight. Nothing like that.
Okay. Yeah. True cinema. Well, that's I think all we have today. You want to plug our social media, Mage?
Absolutely. Thank you guys so much for listening. What do you guys think about Miss Marvel? Are you guys enjoying The Boys as much as we are? And can Obi-Wan get himself back to good ratings? We'll find out next time. Tweet at us. Let us know what you think.
Well, the ratings aren't the problem for people. People are going to watch it so they can shit on it anyway. It's just
That's
like
good
good reviews.
Good ratings. Is that what you said?
Yes, back to good ratings. Yes,
Good reviews.
I was going for the pun. Yes.
Yes,
Like
I
the
liked
guy
it.
said when he saw like episode 2, he's like, worst Star Wars ever. I will only watch it 3 more times.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
So like Star Wars fans are gonna watch it regardless. They don't need to worry about ratings. If you put Star Wars on, people are gonna watch it, but they're not gonna love it.
Right.
Like it. So.
Yeah, they're gonna nitpick at it.
Well, I apologize, Forrest. Thank you for correcting me. I hope someone out there enjoyed the pun as much as Robbie and I did. I hope it was all worth it.
Yeah.
If you're enjoying the podcast, make sure to go in app and give us a 5-star review, rate, like, give us a thumbs up, whatever the platform calls for. That's really great. That would really help us out for the almighty algorithm. Guys, I'm really looking forward to television this upcoming week, and I'm looking forward to talking to you guys about it next week.
Yeah, me too. Well, I'm Forrest.
I'm Major.
I'm Robbie.
And I'm Tip.
And we'll see you next time.
Thanks for listening.